counselor stay front. So I got on my car to go to the store. And this little girl was like, brown girl, okay. This little girl was like, brown girl, brown girl. I'm like, and I'm like,
You coming back?
not yet.
Shit it up.
Like, how we go to town? We go to so the girl mom was like, she was like, my brother, like, you are a brown girl, your father did the job. I was like, yes, I am. So she took a picture with me and then asked me for my ornaments. I think I'm big time.
First order, take a picture with
No, I mean from different stuff, but I was in scrubs. I was caught off guard because I was like, who's she talking to? She was like, brown, yeah, but I was coming from work. She was like, brown. I was like, and Xavier hit it. Mom, get ready. Get ready. I said, what's up?
coming back. What's it matter?
Hey, we are part 2 with Sador Radio presents Brown Girl hashtag We Got This. I am Arthur Pamela J. Miss LT is out sick, but she will be joining us later for her open mic and also to question and give nice interview questions for Mark. So what are we talking about?
Our showcase.
Yes, October the 27th, our next showcase, our next show on location this month. Because of Halloween and all the great stuff, it will be Sunday, October the 27th. We will be at the Wild Orchid Lounge in Queens, New York. So we are having a live showcase. It's going to be a big party. We're going to all unsigned artists. Some of the artists that's going to be featured is who is it? Diamond I Am.
Diamond I Am. We got a new up and coming artist from Queens. He's been all over the world. He's been touring. His name is Ace, and he's really good. We got Shy Money and our own author Pamela J will be on stage doing her thing. I'm gonna see if I can get her to rap, y'all. I might write something for her for that day. So we'll see.
I will just be doing the Brown Girl remix with my feature artist.
I said we'll see.
And also we're gonna have my producer, also a songwriter, rapper, Castro will be performing as well. So I'm excited about that. And if there's any authors in the tri-state, artists in the tri-state areas, I mean spoken word, rappers, singers, if that want to be a part of the showcase, please let us know by sending us an email to Brown Girl hashtag We Got This. We need your bio, we need a picture of you, and we need a sample of your music so we can see if you're available to be on the show. We're going to have some more information about that. And also, we're going to hurry up and get it together because we have to put the flyers out because it's going to be an amazing time. And the show that week, we got permission from our own Mark 5. We can go from 5 to 9. So we will be a little bit longer that day. So it's going to be really nice. People, please dress up, come in masquerade attire.
Yes.
It's going to be a great show. The bar will be open. It's going to be a really nice time. So I'm really excited about that.
It'll be at the Wild Orchid Lounge in Queens,
New York.
So we want everybody to show up. You know, we're gonna have a good time.
Yes.
You get your party on, okay? But I'm really excited about this. This is our first showcase.
Right.
So
many.
And of many. That's why I said first. We'll be doing a lot of stuff. Hopefully soon we might even be getting some names. I ain't gonna drop them now, but you know, the Lord is blessing. That's all I can say.
And I'm looking forward to also because it's really hard for unsigned artists to get recognized or be on the radio. And Sador Radio is a worldwide internet show. So it's great. So you don't know who's gonna see you. So please, because I mean it's gonna be a great show. So guys, remember, please send the information to us at Brown Girl hashtag We Got This, just the way it sounds. And also you can get information from the website, which is abookingadream.com and everything about the show.
She got it going on, y'all. I ain't gonna cry. She got it going on, y'all.
So now we are going to we are ready.
Yes.
So please welcome to our show the owner of Sador Radio, Mark Five. He's looking at me like, who he is?
You're supposed to be my backup dancer. I was waiting for the song to come on. You saw, you know. When we go outside, come to the door, like you see, you think they hiding.
We having fun today, though. We having fun.
Oh, y'all gonna have fun with me.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, Mark, I want to thank you for being a guest on our show today. I really appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Oh, I can't believe
appreciate
all these
it.
years you never had nobody interview you.
No, nobody wanted to be bothering me. I'm just usually in the cut. You know. I feel strange being on this side of the table. Like, I'm all nervous. Look,
And I'm on fire today.
he's doing his thing.
Oh my God! So, Mark, what made you come up with Sador Radio?
Sador Radio. You want the short story or the long story?
Whatever you want to give us, we happy to.
Give us the long version.
7 years ago,
Okay.
I was shooting what it was called, Philadelphia Wife Life.
Oh, okay.
And a young lady by the name of Monica Mason was on Philly Hot Radio, which is one of the sister companies of Sador Radio.
Okay.
And we had open conversation. We actually started on YouTube first, and then went to radio, then came back to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So it started from YouTube open conversation, which was made of 5 individuals. And open conversation came from at work at night. We used to sit at a table and just talk about things on Sunday. Just like open discussion.
Okay.
And I was shooting a film called Rain Dance. And during break, we started to have discussions with the cast and just talking about whatever's in the news. And I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna start a show and I'm gonna do it for free on YouTube.
Wow.
So I set a long table in my living room, put the backdrop up, and put some mics there. But the mics wasn't working because we had the YouTube mic,
Okay.
and started picking topics.
Wow.
And believe it or not, one person from Open Conversation is on Sador Radio, Simply D.
Okay.
So the station that I was on, they were a good station, everything, and the young lady went and started her own station.
Okay.
But my whole game plan in this business is to get bosses and bossettes together
Mm-hmm.
and basically give them a platform to talk about things they wanted to talk about.
Oh.
Oh.
And that's why Brown Girl talk about what they want to talk about, and all the shows that's on Sador Radio get to come on and do what they want to do. I just wanted to give people more leeway in what they wanted to talk about, what they wanted to do. And I wanted to go into the, back in the background and
Okay.
basically be a support person for people with their company.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So you are big with support.
I'm very big with support. Very, very big. Yeah, because I think that that's one of the things that's very important. We support all these other individuals out here that we don't know. And
Right.
it seems like the people that
Right.
we do know, we don't support.
Yes.
That is a very true
That's
statement.
a very true
I
statement.
don't understand where that come from. But it's definitely something that we got to get over,
Okay.
because we complain. One thing about us, we complain about a lot of things in the world. Oh, we need to support, we need to do this, we need to do that. But the individuals that take lead to do that, we don't support.
Right.
Correct.
So that's one of the things that I'm very anal about, is with the station, is that I'm trying to build a unit with Sador Radio that everybody support everybody.
Right. And if that support is there, then it
You
builds
win.
everything up. Yeah.
Everybody is a winner.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, 4 people at this table. If everybody have 1,000 followers and you have a breast cancer walk,
Mm-hmm.
and all of us bring 20 people, you already won.
Right.
That's right.
So if it's 13 shows on Sador Radio,
Okay.
and everybody's into the child molestation, hands off. You have Dear Diva, who discuss art, the form, and how to support that, and different shows. What'll happen is, if you work together as a unit, you win.
Yes.
So support is basically what's going to take us to where we're going.
Okay.
Well, I think unity is the key to any successful endeavor when everybody's on one accord.
Mhm.
You know, that makes everything work.
Take it back real quick. The marches with Martin Luther King,
Yes.
they got together, they made changes.
Right.
You know, and people tend to look at that change as, oh, it ain't really help us. No, if you was there back then, it helped us a
It
lot.
helped a lot.
It did.
And it's the little things that builds up to help us achieve what we're trying to achieve.
And what you just touched on, I'm gonna piggyback off that. People think that the I Have a Dream speech was just it. No. When they boycotted for months and weeks. Like
Right.
us as a people back then,
Mhm.
if you really do your history and watch, yes, Martin Luther, I mean, when they say boycott, they meant boycott, not for that. You know how when everybody was, oh, Gucci did the blackface or whatever?
Mhm.
How long did that last?
2 seconds, but that's the generation. we
No, but
live
I'm
in
just
now.
saying, how long did that last?
Yeah.
Whereas back then, you had the Malcolm X's and you had the Martin Luther Kings. They said boycott, they was ready. They was walking home. They was giving each other rides, whoever had cars to ride each other and support each other and do all of that stuff. So I think us as a people need to get back to that type of support. Like really come out there and support and do what they're supposed to do. Because I'm big on support too. And again, support means support. Purchase the stuff at its regular price. Stop asking for a hookup, please. You are devaluing the person's worth when you say to them, "Oh, can I get your book for $5?" No, it's $25. Thank you. So that's what I believe.
That irritates me because
Yes.
you don't go ask Tyler Perry, can I get the
There you
ticket
go.
to see your play for $5?
There you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
You don't do that to Oprah Winfrey. You don't do it to anybody that's there. So it's like it's really, it need to be reversed.
Yes.
You know, ask the people that have money.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the
Thank
people
you.
that's investing into themselves, you
Right.
know, you need to buy two.
Okay.
Because that's the only way, you know, that people are going to grow. But I think one of the issues with that is you have people that support people and people don't give back. So what people do is they throw everybody in that boat. Like, oh, last time I brought this black person the food didn't taste good. All right, so you bought a Chinese store food that was nasty. Did you stop going to Chinese store?
Exactly.
Right.
See, exactly.
And we as people tend to do that to ourselves before we do it to any other race.
You're so
And that's
right.
what's killing us.
Yeah, that's exactly what killing us.
You
And
know?
that was one of the things that I really enjoyed when I because I met Mark at one of his other shows, which is on Monday, on the first Monday of each month, author Turning Pages, where she has authors come on and talk about their book. So I met Mark like that, and from that point, I was able to get my show on, which I thought was amazing, and it was a great thing, and that was all from support.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious about support. That's what
Yes.
Sador basically is about.
Mhm.
I mean, it's people that we put in the situations where I don't, you know, a lot of people get upset because I don't be that, oh, charge everybody for everything.
Right.
Sometimes it's not meant for you to charge or try to make money off of something.
Right. Right.
Sometimes it's
Because
not
everything's
about
not
you.
about money,
It's not.
and everything's not about me. Right.
It's not. Like, I didn't charge her one dime. I haven't charged anybody one dime to do, you know, the book and come on Turning Pages.
No, he did not.
And now she has a show
Yep.
that's helping build the brand.
Yes.
And see, one thing about this whole Sador Radio is, and it's any type of business, you're gonna have your bench players and you're gonna have your starters.
Right.
And I can say that basically Brown Girls is basically one of the starters.
Oh,
You know,
thank you.
no, you really are.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, one thing about me, there's no gray area with me.
Right.
And that's what Ms. LT said. What can I ask you? What can I ask? Like, you can ask me whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm not with social media. What people have to realize in this business that we're in, it's not too much that you can hide because social media is going to show everything.
Right.
So if you out here saying, you know, oh, stop domestic violence, I'm against domestic violence, and then you go smack your girlfriend in the mall and somebody got a phone camera.
Wow,
Because
star.
everybody got cameras.
Now you look basically,
Wow, star.
now you basically then tarnish your brand.
Right.
So you have to be straight up, and people like straight up people.
Yes.
I do coffee in the morning
Yes, he
on
does.
my way to work.
Yes, he
Because
does.
people like because I still have bills.
Exactly.
I got 2 kids that just graduated college.
All right,
You know,
congratulations.
He don't
That's
look
a
that old,
great
Joe.
thing.
I got 4 grandkids.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Doesn't look that old, Joe.
Yeah.
That's why I'm Mark 5. Everybody say, "Oh, Mark 5, speed racing." No, Mark 5, my 5 kids. Mark 5. So, and my
I like
son
that.
will be
I
30.
really like
My
that.
Wow.
oldest will be 30.
That's, yeah.
So,
It seems to me like you have a really positive vision for
oh,
this radio
Yeah.
station. I mean, the first time you came through the door, when I saw you, it was like you had an aura about you.
I appreciate
And I
it.
could tell that you were somebody different,
Right.
you know, because not everybody can act on what's in their heart to do.
Right.
You know, that's a hard thing to put faith in action. Actually, I was somewhere talking about that today, putting faith into action. And to do something like this, you gotta have faith. Because you're dealing with a lot of different people, you're dealing with a lot of different attitudes. And from day one, I could tell that you were somebody that, you know, you look at the world different. And I think in order to change things, you have to be different. You have to look at the world different. Because if you're looking at the world like everybody else, you're just going along to get along.
Right.
And that's not going to change anything.
Right.
You know, so I'm really glad to say that I've met you, because this is powerful.
Oh, well, you know what's crazy? It is funny, and I tell people this all the time. Like, I met the whole unit through Turning Pages, which was because of T-Talk, which was with Jay and Kiana. And then I met them from a co-host, which is Joy on Tony, which is like a brother to me.
Wow.
So it's all like a chain
Yeah.
Right.
situation.
Right.
And that's why one thing I tell people is when you're you don't have to work hard. It's not hard being who I am. It's hard being who I'm not. But if you who you are, either people gonna like you or they're not.
Right.
Right.
One thing people can never say about me is, "Oh, he ain't that person." No, I'm me.
Yeah.
Right.
I got bills. I got kids. After here, I'm going home, go to sleep, get up at 4:00, go to work.
Amen.
And
Amen.
people don't. The social media then made superstars as not superstars.
Right.
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 It's like they be in front of somebody car that's a Lexus talking about, yeah, this and that, and I'll be
Right.
like, and then you see them on a bus.
Right.
But I grew up in the 80s where they say fake it till you make it.
Right.
No.
This social media is on a whole nother
No,
level.
no.
A
No,
whole
they
nother
be
level.
faking. No, they be faking.
But what I'm saying is, eventually you're going to be exposed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really think, the Lord has really blessed you to be a visionary, that actually is looking out for other people. It's really not like you're just for me. How can I make myself rich? You're actually giving people a platform for everybody to, speak their mind, give their opinions, speak about things that are relevant in this day and age, because we need that. We really need that.
You need a lot of people that's scared to touch on different things. Like when I worked on Hands Off, she was a guest on Open Conversation, and her show is about child molestation.
Wow.
And everybody throughout the city was scared to touch her. Like she go to people asking for support and all that type stuff. And people were like, no, ain't nobody trying to think. I'm like, hold up. You talking about children.
Yes.
The most important thing to me is the elders and children.
Mhm.
Because we're placed in certain positions to take care of the children and the elders.
Yes.
So why would I not want to educate people about how to protect their children? I was like, let's go. What you want to do? I got you, whatever I can do. I just had somebody sit down with me last week that's coming to Sador Radio that wanted to talk about something that you just said. What was it? When people, suicide and stuff like that, and people being comfortable with themselves and depression. And they sat at the table last week well, the week before last, I was like, this is what we want to do. I said, all right. And once I feel that you're serious about it, that you're just not trying to utilize a situation to make you feel like you're a star,
Right.
that you really genuinely want to help people,
Right.
let's go. Let's go. I got you.
And mental
Anything I can do. You know
Mental
what I
health
mean?
is real big,
It is.
especially in the
Yeah, it
African
is.
American community, because we don't
Talk about it.
talk about it. And people that suffer with the don't be saying you depressed, dude. If you're depressed, go
Depressed.
get help and talk about it. Like, I don't understand why us as a community don't do that. We have a caller. Let me just see what's going on. Hi, you are on Sador Radio. Brown Girl hashtag we got this. We have a caller.
Yes. Can I remain anonymous?
You can. How can I help? How do you want to talk about this
I would
situation?
like to ask Mark a question.
Go ahead.
Mark,
Yes.
yo, do you still have friends since you're the boss and the CEO?
That's a good
What I'm
question.
What I'm trying to say, are you still friends with the same friends since you became a CEO?
Damn, that's a good question. As you grow and have to make certain decisions, you lose friends.
Okay.
As certain situations come at hand, like I'm from Abbotsford Projects, born and raised. Wasn't always this person, trust me. Got a lot of history
That's
when
powerful.
it comes to the streets and doing certain things and being a dog and women and all that. I mean, that's just real. But as you grow and people seeing you grow, some people are afraid to change or try to basically build themselves up to be in that positive limelight.
Definitely.
One, because they're scared of their past coming to haunt them, I guess you can say. But when you face facts and say, all right, this is the life that I lived, this is the life that I'm trying to live now, and not afraid to talk about where you came from, then, you know, some people fall to the wayside because they can't do that transition. So yeah, I lost a lot of friends. Some people don't believe in the mission that I'm trying to bring to the forefront. So of course you have to move them to the side because it's like climbing up a ladder and people holding onto your feet.
Wow.
Wow.
And we only have so much energy and so much time in a day that we can have to achieve what we're trying to achieve. And it's the people say, oh, you're getting new. You're damn right I'm getting new. I mean, you're supposed to get new.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about growing.
Growth. Right.
Growing
Right.
means
Right.
change.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not going to become a multi-millionaire and still live in the same projects. I'm going to come back to make changes and try to see who wants to come.
Right.
But that's what growing and maturing is about. I mean, if we not going to grow, why even work at it?
Right.
I mean, we work to grow. We work to bring people, and then we're put in position to be able to bring certain people with us and certain people not going to come
Right.
with us.
Right.
I mean, that's just like Tony, I'll use him, Simply D. He babysitted.
Wow.
He's on my radio station. He's one of the writers for the film that we're doing.
Okay.
So he gets it. He's growing with me because he sees what's happening. You know, some people I had to put to the wayside because of certain circumstances they might have been in, you know, and it's like we have to really check who's around us. And it's like when you get a job, they do background checks sometimes.
Yes.
Why? Because the simple fact you're representing their company.
Right.
Right.
It's the same thing with your brand. It's the
Yes.
same thing with the station.
Yes.
Same thing with everything with me. I had people that was around me, no lie, for probably 30 years. And I found out they had child molestation stuff on them.
Whoa.
And this, you talk about hurt? Yeah, I was hurt. But how do I have somebody that have that type of tag on them around me
With the show.
when I got a show that's fighting child
Right,
molestation?
right.
Right.
So that's somebody that I had to put to the wayside because it's like, you know, that's not a hard decision. Because
Right.
I got grandkids. And I ain't,
Exactly.
you know, people have to start looking at far as themselves and saying, Dad, would I like that to happen, you know, to be around me?
Yeah.
And that's what we lack at. Like we lack at, and I just said this morning on a Coffee for Thoughts, that we judge people and don't know what they're going through.
Right.
Right.
I have
Okay, caller, we thank you for coming in. We have another
Can I
caller.
ask one more question?
One more question. Go ahead.
Why would a black person make it? Our own people call the person a sellout.
You want to answer that, Mark?
That's why when we leave, people call us a sellout. So what you're saying is why when we start achieving things and we leave to go to the next level, why do they call us sellouts?
Yes.
Because they don't see the vision.
Mm.
That's basically what it is. I mean, you have to look at growth, and it goes back to what I said. Everybody don't see the growth and see the vision.
Right.
So if you're achieving something that I can't achieve, then it's called hating. I guess that's
Right.
what the new generation say. You hating,
And they call you a sellout.
and they call you a sellout.
But not necessarily all the time. There are some that are built up by the community and leave the community and never come back to do anything for the community.
Wow,
And
yes.
what do you call them? Those are the sellouts.
Yeah, those are the sellouts, but
Yeah.
the people that I believe that's here now and helping and trying to make it, to me, when they say it's a sellout, it's jealousy, like you said.
Yeah,
They don't see
definitely.
the vision, but then they want to break you down and bring you back to where
Right.
they are at. It's just like
Exactly.
crabs in a barrel.
Yeah.
So they want to, they just want, and that's sad because us as a people, we are the only ones that do that.
Yeah.
The only ones that
Like
do
if
that.
a black person talk proper English called standard English, you talk white.
Yes,
Yeah.
they said that to me all my life.
Oh my God. He says, oh, Stanley, okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, real quick? One of the YouTube viewers said that growth, which sometimes growth make you different.
Mm.
Sometimes experience make you different.
Right.
Right.
Like if you touch a hot stove, if you're gonna go touch that hot stove again, you're gonna go about it differently. You burn yourself now. You like whoa, wait a minute, let me make sure it's not hot.
Yeah.
So it's situations, bad and good, that make us grow. And everybody didn't go through certain things we went through,
Okay.
so they don't understand. So
Well, thank you. I truly appreciate you and everybody.
appreciate the
Thank
call.
you,
Thank you for calling, and please don't forget to subscribe to Sador Radio on YouTube, and please call us again, okay? Have a good
No
evening.
problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
It should ring.
It should ring now. It did ring.
Hit it again.
Okay, we
But
lost the caller. Please call back in, caller.
I have a quick question for you. What are 2 words that you would describe Mark 5? Just
1
2
second.
words.
We have a caller. Hey, caller. How are you? Thank you for calling in to Sador Radio.
How are you? Thank you for calling in to Sador Radio.
Hey, it's Miss Elsie.
Oh, you're ready.
Lower your
Rebel, you
radio.
can finish your question.
No, lower your radio, please.
Rebel can finish his question.
Okay.
Okay.
What are 2 words that would describe Mark 5? 2 words.
2 words. Sponge.
I like that.
Mm.
I like that.
Sponge. And no, let me take that back first.
Okay.
A believer in the Creator. That's first.
Amen.
Then sponge.
Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
I
I
had
like
to fix
that.
that. Yeah,
I
that
like
should be
that.
first.
I
then
like
sponge.
that. Okay, Miss LT, you can go and ask Mr. Mark 5 your questions.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
How you doing? Don't cough. How you feeling?
I could be better, but I'm living. I'm maintaining. What I wanted to know is your future endeavors. Can you discuss a little bit more about any up and coming projects that you have going on?
Whew. The man, look, I have a lot going on.
But we got time. It's your station. You can extend the time. We got time.
Yeah. One, get out of debt. Look, that's the main one. Get out of debt. That's the main one. No, other than that, business-wise, Sador presents the Intertwined series, which is a series that we're shooting. Yeah, we started 2 Wednesdays ago. Main cast, probably over 100 people.
Wow.
Wow.
Cast members all together, I can't even count. Probably a lot of people, 150 probably in the whole series. I brought 5 writers together, Dorothy Harris, Chris, Tony, Diva, and myself. Because what happened was I kept coming up with these ideas that I wanted to make film. But sometimes when you have so much going on, you know, you drop the ball because you don't remember.
Mhm.
You know, and my wife always tell me, what's the saying? Tie your camel down or something. So I never can remember. I'm bad with remembering.
I don't know what that means.
You know what it is?
No.
Rocky said, I don't know.
I guess what it is I guess if you don't say if you go somewhere and you don't tie your camel down, you come back, the camel going.
Okay.
That's like, don't close the barn door after the horse done got out.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happened with me thinking of all these ideas and stuff like that. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some writers that I saw their work. I trust their writing. I'm going to sit them down and I'm going to tell each and every one of them what I see and what I visually see. And I want them to write it.
Okay.
And they've been doing a crazy job.
That's
A
good.
crazy job.
Good.
So that's my main focus, I guess, right now, and to grow the station so we can get on one of these satellite radio stations.
All right.
So we can get on Clear or Sirius satellite. I want a
That's
number.
That's
I always
right.
say I want a number.
That's right.
You know, even though we're doing the same thing, but it's easier when you got the big machine
Backing you.
behind you,
Right.
backing you.
Yeah.
And if I can get us there, well, when I get us there,
When.
That's right.
Not
All
when.
right.
It's,
When.
That's right.
it's going to be definitely a big thing going on.
Okay.
But intertwined right now is I'm trying to lock the city down. I call that my wire to Baltimore.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you know how the wire did Baltimore,
Yeah.
so the
Yes.
city made so many stars.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
That's
do
what I'm
doing.
it for Philly.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
well,
that's
I'm
cool.
trying to get to New York, trying to get some New York connections.
well,
Okay,
Yeah.
are we trying? Let's be
You gotta
here.
go.
I'm trying to shoot some stuff there so I can network.
Yeah.
And then we shooting in West Virginia, Maryland, Jersey. But most of it's going to be here.
Okay.
You know, so that's where we at with everything. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Right now is that and grow the station.
Okay.
So
And as the station's growing, do you have any, prospects on doing anything solo? I know you do a show with Nan, but.
you talking about this Wednesday, matter of fact. This Wednesday. See, I got so much I forget. I need to write stuff down.
Yeah.
Look, this Wednesday, I was supposed to came back the first Wednesday, but of course, running around trying to get things together. So I'll be coming to Sador Radio on my show, Mark 5 Presents R&B and Soul of a Man.
Wow.
Which is basically because I'm surrounded on the station. Thank you for coming, bro. I got so many strong women on the station.
Got the
So
brother.
now I think I have like 5 men compared to probably the 16 women. So I wanted to do a show that basically was man-based. That women can call in. I'm gonna have R&B and soul music and some music that we can understand and
Amen.
that type stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why when you looked at it, I had like the Osley Brothers, Soul for Real and stuff like that. So, yeah, that'll be 10 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Okay, that's cool.
And then of course we got the Goodfellas show that's on every other Thursday, 2nd and 4th
Okay.
with DJ Manny Strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So nothing else on the horizon?
Not that I can
You have
remember.
so much and you forget, Letty.
Yeah, not that I can remember. I mean, I'm the coffee with thoughts every morning. That came back this morning because I took a break from that. And that's basically every morning I go live and I just talk about thoughts that I feel like I want to talk about. And I'm not trying to, I tell everybody, excuse me, that I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm just basically talking about things, the coffee thoughts, give you something to think about that morning that people might not talk about, as far as like support, like you said, and
Right.
just different things on how to treat people and go about things a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. What advice would you give to not just anyone coming up, but even, established people like the wonderful people you got around the table with you? What advice would you give them so that they can get to their CEO status as well?
Man. Realize that it's going to be
Anything.
some bumps and bruises. People tend to act like when you become a business person that everything's supposed to be smooth.
Right.
Heck no.
It's work.
Heck no. Realize, and I'm telling you this from experience, I was the CEO of Compass Enterprise in '97. And I had a whole board of directors, and it started out as a nickname, NyQuil. Invest the money, got the LLC and everything, and Procter & Gamble, who has the NyQuil medicine, said nope. So that was money that went down the tube.
Wow.
Wow.
5 years ago, I invested thousands of dollars to a station down Huntington Park that Sador Radio was at. Finished all the work in December, license and inspection closed the building down.
Wow.
So if people think that it's easy, it's not.
Right.
I work a job 48, maybe sometimes 56 hours a week.
Say it again.
And I reinvest my money into everything that goes on.
Amen.
And one thing that I've done here at the station is I realized that everybody has personal lives and everybody's trying to build a business. So that's why I'm proud of being one of the stations in Philly, internet stations probably don't hurt people when it comes to certain financial things.
Right.
Because I try to deal with reality.
Mhm.
When people call me and say, oh, I can't, my thing is communication.
Right.
So one thing that you have to have is a foundation of people, personal and business-wise around you that can help you grow. Realize that things is not easy no matter what you do.
Right.
You can sell socks. It's not easy
It's not
because you
gonna be
gotta
easy.
go out there and sell
Yeah.
socks.
Right.
And just basically always believe in yourself and believe in the creator that things happen for a reason.
Amen.
You're gonna go through the bumps and bruises, but the one thing about that, it's to help direct you in the direction that the creator wants you to be going in.
Right.
And you just learn from the bumps and bruises. Everything is a lesson. I think I posted that the other day.
Yes, you did.
That sometimes things that don't go the way it's supposed to go,
Mhm.
just take it as a lesson. Don't take it as a failure.
Yes.
Right.
So that's about it.
Yes.
Okay. So now merchandising, I don't see any on the set where they should be. Do you have any merchandise that, you have up for sale?
As far as the Sador shirts, Sador Radio shirts, the intertwined shirts, I'm ready to come out with a lot of stuff, but I want to sit down after I have this meeting with my lovely radio host and come up with something that way it doesn't just market. One thing about me, I market Sador Radio, but I try to get everybody to market themselves also.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you might see me wear Sador Radio, but on the back, I want Brown Girls. I want, Hands Off, all the other stations on the back.
Right.
Because when you move together as a unit,
Yes.
it's like going to war.
Right.
And that's basically what it is, not to put it that way, but it's a war that we all trying to achieve different things to feed our family.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's coming soon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Now, I appreciate you calling in. Wish you was here. You gotta take care of yourself. Sea moss. Get some sea moss. Telling you. That's
Here's
that's-
what it is.
Bye,
The father's
Have a
over
good
there.
show.
No, seriously. People don't, listen to me real quick. Let me throw this in there. People don't realize that, and I just learned this because one thing about me, I research a lot. I'm not one of those people that learn things and don't want to share. You
Right.
get these people that have all this
Keep it to
knowledge
themselves.
and want to keep it to themselves. Why?
You don't go.
I'd rather tell everybody, if I find something that's
In order to
working,
complete
I'm
this
gonna tell
call,
everybody about it. And sea moss basically is good for nutrients and minerals.
Okay.
It covers 90-something% of the minerals and nutrients that we need in our body, which we only need 110, 120. So that's why I tell people about it. Man, I need to re-up, man.
My father actually told me, it cures what ails you. Irish, it cures what ails, and he had a child at 57 years old. So yeah, it's a powerful natural medicine. So
It is.
like I was saying with the cancer, there are natural things that will help you, that will benefit your body as opposed to breaking it down.
Yeah. Definitely, and it's like people need to spread the word with stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Well, Mark, I want to thank you.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. And
We
being
feel
a guest.
proud
We're
that we
proud
gave you
the
your first
opportunity.
interview.
Yeah.
Yes, brown girl.
Oh,
I
brown
appreciate
girl.
y'all.
Brown
Brown girl.
Okay, so now we are going to go to one of my favorite segments of the show, the Happy Planner. Yay! And this is the Happy Planner, guys. It is just a regular journal, but it has inspirational things that get you through your day. And it's also fun. And it's a scrapbooking type of thing, but it gives you inspirational quotes. And for me, I'm one that suffers from depression. People don't know, but I do. But I'm working on it hard. But my Happy Planner helps me be grounded. And this Happy Planner is really great. And they just contacted us because they saw us on Sedora Radio talking about the Happy Planner. So they're going to start sending us free stuff. Yeah!
Wow.
So the Happy Planner, basically, as you can see, we are in the month of October. So I just jot down different things, and it's and you just just have little inspirational stuff, little they have like these stickers that says like, punch this day in the face, put your big girl panty on to do good, stuff like that. So I just always, all my days are planned here. So I go to my Happy Plan and it tells me, like I said, punch this day in the face. Now is the new later. Different things like that to make sure that I know that it's going to be okay. So I use this Happy Planner all the time. And it's a great thing. And we use it. And I told Miss LT about it, and we both use it. And we always have it. And of course, the Door Radio is penciled in for every second or fourth Sunday because we do the radio show. And it helps me keep and plan my day perfectly.
Can I say something about the Happy Planner?
Go ahead.
The last time I was on the show, I said it's a girl thing.
It's not.
No. I said, let me say
Okay,
something.
go ahead.
I can't stand her because 2 days ago I was on my job and I'm thinking about all the stuff and I said, you know what? I need one of those. So I'm a person that can say, I made a mistake. I messed up.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get one.
Okay.
Because actually I have my own security business.
Yay!
And, it was a lot of stuff going on the other day, and I needed to write some stuff down. And I said, no. I'm standing at, and I said, I hate that Pam because I gotta eat my words and go get a Happy Planner. So I'm on board. I'm gonna go get one.
Yes.
Because I see it's gonna benefit.
It's gonna benefit you. They also have like journal books and different things like that. So I use the Happy Planner for everything, for writing in my journal to logging to my ideals. Because Mark, just like Mark said, I'm a person that does a lot and I forget. So I jot things down all the time in my Happy Planner. So that is our Happy Planner section. So right now we're about to wrap up the show a little bit, but if there's any questions that you want from Mark or Miss Rocky, please call the station at 215-909-6070 to ask any questions you may have. And Brad, do you have anything to say?
It's great when you find people like Rocky, people like Mark V. There was a quote I found years ago, and the quote said, "There's nothing more common than unsuccessful people with talent." My pastor used to say it like this. He would say, the graveyard is the place where you find the most talent, because it's a lot of people who died with their gifts locked up in them. And, it's really good to see people who actually are using their gifts. It motivates me because I have a lot of stuff, I know that I have inside of me. This is one of the platforms where I get to release it. So, I thank you, Rocky, for
Yes.
doing it your way, because you actually funded your project yourself. And that's powerful.
And that's amazing. That's so amazing.
That's powerful. And I thank you, Mark, because you're giving people like us a chance to not just big ourselves up, because this is not what the Rebel is about. This is not what I'm about. What I'm about is educating people and trying to make our community better. You know, this is what this brown girl, this is why when she first told me about brown girl, I was with it. Listen, I'm gonna get her to write brown boy. It's coming. It's coming because they need a positive image too.
Right.
You know, they need something, you know, this whole thing is about giving our young Black people something to say, you know what, there's a different way, there's a better way.
Yes.
You know, we don't have to kill each other. We don't have to call each other the B word, the N word. We can actually uplift each other. Again, that's what I love about Mark 5. And I'm telling you, when he walked in the door the first time I seen him, you know, it was a spirit around him. And I was like, wow, this is somebody that I didn't even talk to him yet. And I was like, this is somebody, you know, that's worth knowing. So I thank you, brother. I thank you for giving us a chance
Yeah,
to give you your first interview. You'll be back.
Yeah.
You'll be back on our show.
definitely. Always invited. Hey.
So, is that it, Miss Arthur, Pamela J?
One more thing, please don't forget to send us
Yes.
be a part of the
yes,
showcase. The showcase is on the 27th
Yes.
of October on location at the Orchid Lounge in Queens.
Wild
New
Orchid
York.
Lounge.
Yeah, Wild Orchid Lounge. And if you're gonna send us the email at Brown Girl hashtag we got this, just exactly the way I'm saying it is the way the email is. And please also look at the website bookingthedream.com. You can get information from there. And Mark, again, thank you for
Thank you.
everything.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for that. Thank you
Have
for
a
that.
great show. And you're going to end with my single, The Brown Girl Message. It's your girl, Arthur Family J, The Brown Girl Message. A message of love.
Everybody wanna be loved. With your big tongue, you're so everybody wanna be loved.
Switch.
The Brown Girl Message is a letter of love to all girls of color and all single women who dare to stand
We
out
can't change
in the
it.
kids community as one. Hashtag, we got this, we do this, we run this.
My mama told me you my dad told me
Backwards stuff. I gotta see how we can change it. I know it's a way we can change it.
So where they can see it.
brown girl, I'm a black girl.
You sure?
I said my phone is up, it's not that.
Yeah.
I'ma take my dreams by any means. I'm a sharp girl, I'm a black girl.
As our culture tries to infiltrate our bond and tries to create response for one another, we continue to uphold a meaningful, genuine fondness for one another. Our story tells us the truth, that we are better than that. Better than any force that tries to divide